Welcome back to GP Winterholm. This is round 3, playing against Kayiu, who's on Black-Red Midrange, I believe. Don't mind this matchup. I don't know if I'm favored. Them having interaction, well, I do not, is a bit annoying, but not the biggest deal. We'll be keeping this. It's just generally a solid hand. No 2-drop is a bit annoying, but I am on the draw, so hopefully we'll be able to find one. And worst case, I can just another counter into Thorngrafter. I'm always going for Death Touch here. Yep. Piano is fine. I'll start taking my life though, but not as big of a deal when I'm on all basics. Just play another Thorngrafter. This one also Death Touch. Death Touch just seems like the thing. We'll be able to start attacking next turn, getting down these fleets, unveil the following turn. Oh, it definitely has some scary things they could do here. Guess with their deck they're not on that many planeswalkers, so not as scary. The Radiant's pretty solid though, because it represents a fair bit of damage, depending on what they do with it. Let's go 2-drops. Let's put the count on Aliana, which kind of odd. Not quite sure why they do it like that. Because I don't believe I have any removal in my deck. So I don't think that actually achieves anything. I'm missing something. So let's swing in with one of the Thorngrafters. It's the 2/2 one. And for Elite, Heavy, pass back. Next turn I'll have Unveil, and following turn I'll have Elite plus Heavy, which is good. Does actually do have endgame active next turn if I do want it. Mana for Gozani is annoying but fine. Like upticking here. Gozani with a string. They milled 2 more card types. I doubt it. I think it's probably just worth going for Unveil. I swing the Bleed and Thorngrafter at it first. Seems right. If I can remove some power from the board. We'll unveil, see what I hit. Night Drudger, Tracker. I'm always going for Drudger, Tracker, 5, right? Drudger having some life gain attached is nice. And then put a trample on Tracker. Do I even want the vigilance on the Drudger? Because that actually prevents my endgame a little bit. That's why on the yeah, I think I actually want the vigilance on here, just in case that I can't endgame efficiently. Let's get to enough Numlock. I'm taking a lot of damage here, a little bit annoying, but Night Drudger does gain a lot of life, so should hopefully be able to stop that, or stemming the bleeding a little bit. I don't think Zani Plus again. Does give more food for my Night Dredger, which is good. But very possible they just have a Fatal Flaw. If I want to, I can just spend my entire next turn Night Dredgering. They don't clear any of my board. Actually, I guess I did miss an opportunity endgame. I could have, if I unveiled pre-combat, then I get endgame off of a Thorngrafter tap. In this case, do I want to move Thorngrafter counter onto the tracker? I think the answer is no. My opponent's on 3 mana up. Yeah, let's just check the turn back. I think it's still worth paying the 4 life. Don't really want to give my opponent a elite. Force isn't a bad draw. Makes it a bit easier to empty my hand. We'll drop a forest. Because I'm swinging Tracker, Gozani, Night Dredger base. That seems right to me. Then I think I am just spending my entire turn dodging here, excelling all the targets. So let's go. My opponent has a Ferocious Flame or something. I'm still considering, at least I can activate the Hangman. That gives them mana for Ferocious Flame. But if they kill Tracker, then I can still get in-game. So Tracker is getting sent at Gozani, and Night Dredger is getting sent. And I can get the Trample Death Touch interaction. It's really weird that this card just innately has a Death Touch Trample. fraction. Like this entire set is like keyword counter based. Like Lebet has the whatchamacallit? Has just like trample death touch innately or can get it. Which is kind of weird. The situation is definitely a little bit uncomfortable. I just go no block. Usually I just say okay to that. I mean, like, I don't super care about the damage face. Like, 6 life. I can just drop a heavy. I don't want to do this. 'Cause I'm definitely not able to take 5 next turn from Alejandra. And like, Bankbuster, I guess maybe I could. Yeah, what I'm talking about, I have the Night Dredger too. Let's just go Bankbuster, ass back. I don't think I want to Bankbuster and use it to blow up mines. I mean, I guess I could, but seems not really that worthwhile. Yeah. I feel like at 6th life I should be good. And, like, I might have to be a bit careful about Hangman activations. Like, if my opponent activates Hangman, I'd be a bit worried and I'd probably go for... But I guess, I mean, 2 cards in hand. They haven't actually played a Ferocious Flame or anything. 2 mana. They are daring Hangman. Okay. They can Ferocious Flame once, right? We'll need to tap out. Guess this Ferocious Flame on tracker, I guess? Yeah, I guess that's fine. I can still just respond to stuff. This Ferocious Flame face. Face. In that case, I guess I'm going to just go ahead and, end game somehow. What's the way I want to do this? I guess I want to move the death touch counter over to the heavy. I guess I could just blow up the mines. And I guess Graft, I guess I'll leave that. I guess I'll leave that. And let's blow up the graveyard a little bit. We did have some other options where I could have bank busted to keep them off of their 5-drop, as Lucille. This feels the most correct. So I think if Night Dredger survives, i.e. they don't have a Fatal Flaw, I should be in the clear here. God, endgame is such a wonky mechanic. So many, like, whenever you need to float mana, it's so weird. And I guess it's not like, I think it definitely plays out interestingly, because you do have, some pretty interesting things with, like, yeah, you need to float your mana. That does make you play interesting. I can't just in-game and hold up Dredge or anything. It is just, like, floating mana in general does feel like a bit of almost a bit of an obsolete part of the game at this point. Like it definitely comes up. Oh, it doesn't. I mean, it comes up when like people try to blow up your mana sources, like mana emptying from mana pools. It's kind of like weird. It has another Gozani, which is fine. Heavy can blow it up if need be, and I can use the Dredger to eat the heavy. Let's see. I think what's probably gonna end up happening here is I'm gonna be activating Night Dredger in response to Alejandra trigger to stay a range of Fatal Flame, because that does let me actually cast this elite, because elite's really good against my own deck. Like it stops this Night Dredger, obviously. They don't really have response to this at this point. And gives them a draw and whatnot. I'm really giving like removal based, yeah, I guess removal based like tap out midrange. Where they don't really have that many big card draw spells. Like even one draw is pretty bad. It is pretty clear that this last card is not a Fatal Flaw, which is good. We're going for the 4/4. We'll see if that ends up attacking or not. Does not end up attacking. That does read as another Ferocious Flames. So I'm definitely... A Dredger can eat 2 things. It can go up to N, which does put me out of range of Ferocious Flames. I can swing it with Tracker with a Gozani, because Death Touch Trample is good. Bankbuster is another thing I can do to blow some stuff up. I do have 2 draws, though, which isn't great. Oh, I mean, I can also kill this Thorngrafter if I need to, but I am a bit constricted on mana if I want to play this elite. Wait, this don't have lethal or anything. It can represent lethal, which is good. I think I'm gonna take the kind of weird line of Roger kill the Roger gain to take the 5 and reconsider afterwards. Go down to 5. I can definitely clear the Gozani. Precious Flame. It is kind of a weird line, but I think this is the path that I am taking. Forest is okay. I guess I'm sending Drudger and Heavy Face back at Gozani. Could just send everything face if I wanted to. I should play at my land. Send everything's face, then Drudger's blocked by Hangman. Hang on Heavy. I think it ends up being the same, regardless of what I do. So I think I'm gonna be doing this as it is the cleanest kind of thing to do. If they do have a Ferocious Flame to clear the tracker to save the Gozani, I still have Heavy to kill the Gozani if need be. And that means it's a Ferocious Flame that's it's not going to my face, which is good. And this does force at least one trade-off, which is good. That's more fuel for the Drudger to get me out of range of stuff. And then I think regardless of what I take off this elite, I can. Oh wait, no. Sure, that's fine. And not much I can change about that outcome. I think I'm just going heavy blow up mines. I guess I only would get one trigger that way. I do have 2 triggers at the moment because I can kill the Thorngrafter. I think that puts me 9, which is safe from double Fatal Flame. So it should be good just being able to drop the Elite. And then passing the turn back. Looks like they drew a Fatal Flaw. Well, I guess they could be activating Hangman, or not. It's a Radiant, so that's fine. Decides not to discard. Maybe it doesn't have a Ferocious Flame. Oh no, I guess, sorry, never mind, because they don't have the Ferocious active. I'm good to just judge the Elite. I guess I could also judge this Thorngrafter. Seems maybe worthwhile. Efficient use of my mana. You can also just buff the Thorngrafter, but I'm just gonna do it like this and drudge away. And then I'm gonna be taking 6 here, so will be willing to very graciously give my opponent a card. They can actually take lands, which is funny. Well, Thorngrafter, we're still going in with everything. I guess not the Thorngrafter. That should force a bunch of stuff to happen. As more or less everything's representing lethal here, because the tracker can't actually be jumped, because again, they're adding Death Touch example. I don't even have the mana to Hangman plus Ferocious Flames. Not that it matters particularly much. Pretty sure they don't have any. I guess this is a Flayed Flaw. Well, I guess Hangman Dare. What are the Hangman doing? They're dead, because again, Death Touch trample. Yep, there's the Fatal Flaw. Kind of needs to go on the tracker. I guess this is actually +1, right? The whatchamacallit. But the entire board does need to die here for them to survive. Yep, does click the tracker. The 9/9. They still can't really block profitably because all my guys have murder written on them. But I guess I can do it like that. I think that's fine. Everything I have is lethal anyways, so I'm just gonna go with Thorngrafter pass, holding the horse because I can't play another land. And this will be cool. Yeah, so I was playing around Ferocious Flames or nothing. Or not. Well, I mean, it was good to play around it, but didn't need to be playing around it. They didn't end up having it, so wouldn't have been punished if I was a bit sloppier. I think they needs like specifically Fatal Flaw here, not die. So actually they need more than that, because again I'll have Death Touch Trample. 5 mana, still sure, fine. Missing something here? Those other than can I just take the just gonna be careful here because make sure I'm not misreading anything. I should have lethal here. Yeah. Don was just trying to get me, I guess. Which is fair, but definitely not an efficient way to go about it. The opponent has Masterly Wrath, Shadow Identity, go on the blob this. The Scone exists, so do need to decide and removal for that. Master the Old Ways seems whatever. Orochi, I want Orochi here. I'm gonna go down on X3s if possible, but not really a good way to do that. Or seems bad here. I'll bet. I don't think this is a cultivator matchup. Could be wrong on that. I think the bet is probably a cut. It's like really bizarre and clearly not optimal, but I think I'll do it like that. I do actually want the removal here. And Hiroshi does seem pretty good in this matchup. They don't really have anything else they need to be concerned about, so let's do it like that, I guess. The bet seems really bad into a -3/-3 Wrath. Let's do it like that. This is a Morgan, one land, and then this is a keep. Keep bottom the home gang. Yes. Looks really ugly, but I guess I could have could be bottoming the Night Drudge instead, but not like yeah, but for home gang to be good, I'd need to draw a 2-drop, which didn't hit. Definitely possible I lose very fast here. Double Unveil does do a lot, but don't have any way to kill the Elihana off an Unveil. Which is unfortunate. No EDB fight creatures or anything like that in mono green. It doesn't have anything. Oops. To forget the Elihana trigger. Good for my opponent to remind me. 2-drop is 10 late, and I guess 2 turns late. Or a bit full bank, too short. If my opponent has 4-drop, makes sense, because they didn't have a 3-drop. Still taking the 3 here. Lose a life off that. I guess I'm always just unveiling here. I don't think there's any reason to do anything else. I'm always attack it and never blocking, so it doesn't really matter. Double track is okay. Is that what do I cultivate it here? No, right? There's no way. Is what 6? Extra mana does seem really good. And it gets me to endgame faster, so next turn I can just go straight up Trudger. I don't have anything God, which is annoying, but like in heavy, yeah, let's go for it. It's only 2, right? Yeah. I guess I'm regretting calling the home gang. Oops. To trigger my thing. The blocking. Wow. I mean, yeah, by all means. Hey, that means I have another one, right? Oh, that means it. Sure. And then I'll be dead in the following turn. Guess I'm going Unveil Heavy, right? Heavy does clear the Nyxlis, but Drud. That's a Drudger, which is good. Bone Grafter, and this is Trample. I put both on this. Oh no, I do Trample on this and then Vigilance on that, and then Death Touch from the innate thing, and then just drop down a heavy. That's the turn back. The Fatal Flaw on the heavy. They don't have any other targets. Definitely bit on the ropes, yeah. Very much so at the mercy of my opponent's draw, or my opponent's card in hand. But if I can get a Night Drudger up and running, I should be able to at least contest what my opponent's doing. Since there's 5 cards for me to eat. This is 2 I draw 2. Seem like they have all that much, which is I guess good. Another elite. Or another an elite. I will need to clear this Nyxlis at some point. I think there's any reason to wait on this. So then I'm removing Vigilance from this. And then deleting my graveyard too. It is important to do that way, just in case. They're probably dead regardless, but still. Fatal Flaw, pretty sure that matter when they Fatal Flaw, right? And then draw and I guess that's like live. It's kind of weird, but it's technically a live draw. You want to do this? I guess you need to play out the leash. Oh wait, I'm just gonna concede there because that actually makes me take 3. I think I'm dead on board with that actually. Oh, even if not, I don't really care. We'll be on the play this game, which is good. And this is a good draw. It's about as good as a draw as you would reasonably expect in this matchup. Have a clean answer to Alejandro, a good answer to Nicholas, some amount of card draw, or like game value. I still don't think they have that many good answers to Orochi, which is pretty nice. I suppose it is possible they sided out a lot of the creatures, so that's a thing to consider too. They keep 6. I think I saw any Fatal Flames in the game. I decided out. Fatal Flame is not particularly excellent against me. Not bad, but I think depending on how you see the matchup, it could be bad. If not impressive, the way I'd put it. You probably have better cards in the matchup. If they just play Alihana here, I think I'm just gonna play Elite. Like I could home gang if I really wanted to, but I don't think that achieves all that much. I mean, Alihana kind of hostages herself with the Achadol massacre. I mean, the home gang does put the heavy out of the way of Muscly, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. So just swing in with a leech, pass the turn back. I do have some reasonably nice lines on the following turn with like home going plus Tankbuster works. Also just playing Orochi to clear the Alihana instead also works. It's gone. So I don't want to do this. The fight is not combat damage. It's weird. So Homegoing does kill Scum, which is part of why I brought it in. I don't want to do this. I don't actually have triple black for Massacre. It's interesting. I think I want to home gang heavy here. I think that makes the most sense. Home gang on the heavy, I think. Home gang on the heavy? Yeah, I think that's good. Let's just take it. Anything weird I have to consider? Don't think so. I think I am just kind of pushing in here. It doesn't tap itself for endgame, which is unfortunate. Not too inclined to be cracking these heavies at the moment. I guess I can just endgame next turn regardless, if my board does survive. So maybe it might be worth blowing up the Lavaton fields or something. But it does seem like I am well on the road game. So I think they more or less need Massacre here. I'd be wrong with that, I guess, but this is threatening lethal, so the squad's just Hangman is interesting. Fields pass. I do technically have. I'm technically presenting lethal. Oh wait, oops. The forest. Does it make any sense to Hiroshi pre-blocks and blow up this Radiant or the Alihana? I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm just good to attack here. They did miss a land drop, so that might be worth considering too. Use the heavy to blow up the Lavaton fields. I think I just gonna swing in here. Oh yes, combat. I think I'll just what's the heavy? And Fatal Flaws the Bank Buster. I want to do this. Because I do have endgame here. So I can endgame Bankbuster blow up the fields, and then Orochi kill the Alihana. Which seems alright. I could also just Orochi bounce the Bankbuster. I think I want to blow up a land here. Yeah. I guess I could Orochi Ninja. No, I'll Orochi kill Alihana, and then blow up a land. And then pull up the fields. And this leaves me with pretty decent board state. Definitely contestable, but elite being they do hit a land. Elite being fatal fall proof is nice. Hangman. Don't believe they have any way to stop the elite bounce, so I'll just do that. Another forest, I guess. Another forest, okay. That's not good. Elite is relatively safe, so not an immediate danger, but wow. I do think I'm trading here. I guess this could be a versus flame too. Got card here, will be trading. Now, hopefully I don't draw another line. Okay. I guess I make ninja. On, okay. Unveil. Oh, that's nice. is exactly what I want, though I guess there's still gonna be another chance to whiff. 6. Zolo is most lethal, which is good. I do like presenting almost lethal. Well, I guess I want Vigilance here and Trample here. I guess I just go straight for Zolo. Whatchamacallit. Don't think there's. I mean, I could Orochi, I guess, but I guess if they have a Fatal Flaw, I guess this is bad. I can Fatal Flaw the Zolo. Land. So I have this is them considering Ferocious Flame, I think. Well, oh, they did that at poor timing. They could have milled a 6. Um, I guess I just Orochi plus don't bounce anything and pass. Mana. This Fatal Flaw again. Fatal Flaw would be quite annoying. Polyhana. That puts them. That's not dead on board, but almost. They're dead. Yeah, I think they're just dead. Like only trigger Scon once. They go 6. Orochi kills Alihana, and then Enshina swings in with 8 points of trample. But I guess might as well give them a forced, just because the tracker. Forced puts us up to 9, and make sure nothing weird is happening. The altar can't draw anything relevant. So Scon puts them up to 6. So I can just do this. And those were some pretty good games. But yeah, 9-3 Vigilance Reach for 2 is pretty good card. Well, could have definitely gone wrong. How many lands I drawn? Like if I didn't hit Unveil exactly there, then gonna get wrecked. Did have a ton of live draws. Since Orochi would have started picking stuff up again. But that does put me at 3-0, which I believe is good enough to top 8, regardless of the results last round. So that is quite good. I also didn't have any games where I start with Cultivator, which is a good sign for this deck not being super Cultivator reliant. But my opponent didn't have that many cards that were like great against me. No, what's the Black Planeswalker? No Glana or anything. No like removal plus something else. A lot of the cards were like, a lot of this stuff like Lucio or Mog Hangman, like Gozani, are just kind of like, sure, go ahead. They did have Scon, but I did manage to deal with that. Made good sideboard choices with these cards. Happy about that, because otherwise they would have wrecked me. Would have needed like Zolo for big amounts. I mean, these aren't even like great answers to it. Like they work, but home game does run into removal a little bit. Not too much, but at least a little bit. And she does have the same problem. There's also just 5 of them, and I don't have that much draw. So, but it did end up working out. Did come away with the victory in the end. Though the whatchamacallit, game 2 was pretty brutal. Though I think a lot of that would have been dealt with if I did hit a 2-drop, because that would have been pressuring the up next list the entire time. Probably still lost, but definitely would have gotten a bit farther than I did get in that game. So yeah, thanks for listening.